This story is about a 14-year-old boy who has come to her house for summer vacation, and she gets all the maids of her house and even her aunt pregnant. What does the boy do after this? In today's video, we will see the movie starts, and we are told about a 14-year-old boy whose name is Roger, and he comes to his home for summer vacation, and his mother has hired a maid to bring him. Roger had sent him with a horse cart, and when the horse and cart were coming towards the house, because of the bad road there, Miss Luna was coming out picking boobs, and then Roger noticed Miss Luna. It falls on the boobs, and Roger is very happy looking at the boobs, and Miss Luna has also come to know that Roger is enjoying looking at her boobs, and in the same way, Roger is enjoying seeing the boobs of Miss Luna. Seeing this, he comes home, and where his mother is waiting for him to welcome him, and when Roger meets his mother's eyes fall on his pants. His mother asks, "What is on your pants? How is this rubber band attached?" Actually, when the guys were coming in the horse carriage, then Roger's small conscious has grown up and his small conscious has responded. That is why the rubber band has come out on Roger's pants. After this, Roger's aunt starts cleaning his pants. After this, Roger's younger sister Bartha comes to meet him, and Roger is very happy to see Bartha, and Bartha takes Roger for a walk in the forest, and there Roger meets Miss. After talking for some time, Miss Luna starts to urinate loudly, after which she opens her skirt in front of Roger and starts watering the trees, and Roger gets surprised to see this, and he thinks that, "What do I have to see at this age?" After this, the next day Roger is going alone in the forest for a walk when his foot slips, and he falls into the bushes, and there he sees the sound of a girl laughing is heard. And then he goes there, and sees that his housemaid Ursula is chatting with someone, and when Ursula's eyes fall on Roger, she starts laughing, seeing him. Seeing this, Roger is there. He runs away to his house, and at night when Roger is having dinner with his family, his mother does not like his behavior, and his mother stops him again and again and starts interrupting him. After this, when he goes to sleep, he hears the sound of a pot clinking near the door. Then he comes out and sees that one of his maids, Helen, was half out of the door and half was inside the room. And she is playing with some man. After that, after tapping, she adjusts her clothes and goes from there. After this, Roger also goes to sleep. After this, Bartha comes there and Bartha was hiding on his bed. Then Bartha starts telling Roger about her mother-in-law. "Our aunt is still a virgin." Then Roger asks Bartha, "How do you know?" Bartha says that I have a maid from my house. Helen had told. Then Roger asks Bartha why Auntie has not married yet, and Bartha says that I have heard that she is afraid of men. That is why she has not married. The scene changes, and the next day Roger and Bartha are told that they go for a walk on the banks of the river, and here all the main people of their house, including their grandchildren, also share all their secrets, and after a while, Ursula and her family are here. All the maids come here, and Roger and Buddha become silent behind a tree and start listening to them. Then, on the other side of the river, 3 men are passing by, and they also work at Roger's house. And all those servants start waving their weapons after seeing those guys. But here Ursula is also 4 steps ahead of them, and she lifts her skirt and starts showing them her ass, and all this escalates, and Roger is watching from the tree. The scene changes from behind, and after that, we see that Roger's elder sister Alyssa comes to her house with her father, and all the people of the house stand outside to welcome her. Alyssa meets all the people of her house. She hugs one by one, but when it is Roger's turn, she says hello to Roger and goes inside the house. Roger does not understand why his elder sister did this to him. Then there comes Roger, Batha's younger sister comes to him and meets him in discussion, where his aunt is there praying and confessing her sins, and then both Batha and Roger climb on top of the roof, and there they start listening to their aunt's words, and then Margaret tells the father that I have committed a sin. Then the father asks, "What sin have you committed?" Margaret tells the father that my sister's son Roger came here just a few. 2:17. He runs away to his house, and at night when Roger is having dinner with his family, his mother does not like his behavior, and his mother stops him again and again and starts interrupting him. After this, Roger, when he goes to sleep, he hears the sound of a pot clinking near the door. Then he comes out and sees that one of his maids, Helen, was half out of the door and half was inside the room. 04:47. Then the father asks, "What sin have you committed?" Margaret tells the father that my sister's son Roger came here just a few days ago. And ever since I saw her for the first time, I have fallen madly in love with her, and in my dreams I have seen her chatting with her many times, and Roger is listening to all this on the roof above, and in his mind I am bursting with ladus, and Roger is thinking that someone is thinking about me whom I can feed, otherwise all the servants are feeding the servants, and while thinking this, Roger, 07:46. And then Ronaldo takes advantage of that opportunity, and then gets Roger to clean his car. After this, we see that Roger goes into the horse's stool and starts reading a book, and while reading that book, Roger also starts shaking his weapon. And suddenly a servant also comes there, and Roger sees that servant and hides in a corner, and after some time, Helen comes there to feed the chickens, and then that servant traps Helen there. 10:20. But Miss Luna at first refuses, but then later agrees. After some time there is a postman here. He comes and tells that Germany has attacked France. Hearing this, everyone gathers here, and this time also Roger's little Chiton has to face disappointment, and there is a custom in France when the men of the house go to war, they spend a night with their wives and chat with them. That is why there is a party at night, and all the members of the house are there. Then Mr. Frank comes there, and he tells everyone that I cannot go to war because I have asthma. After this, Roger comes to know that all the men in the house are going to go to war, and all the women stay alone at home. He is happy thinking this. He starts dancing, and after the party is over, all the men of the house go to the forest with their wives to chat, and the next day all the men of the house go to war. After they leave, the first thing Roger goes to Ursula, and the next day Roger's little sister Barta comes to him and says that our mother is going to confess some of her sins to the priest, and we go there and see that what sin have I committed? And on the other hand, Roger's mother is telling her father that my husband has sex with me in different positions, and I enjoy it a lot, but sometimes I feel that I am not committing any sin. On this, father tells Roger's mother that you can do anything with your husband, and it is not a sin to do so. And the next day, a maid was sitting on the bank of the river. Then there Roger fell into the river like a hungry crocodile. He comes out and starts bore the maid, and by doing this, Roger's confidence has also increased a lot. That is why Roger now makes a plan to all the women in the house, and at night Roger goes to his Aunt Margaret's room, and he goes to lie down on her bed, and after a while, Margaret comes there and is surprised to see him. And Roger tells Margaret that you are still a virgin, that is why I have come to help you. But Margaret refuses at first. But after some time of kissing, Margaret also becomes a hungry Sonny, and both of them start chuck the bed all night. The next day, Helen is told who is passing by Roger's room, and this time there was no one to pull him inside the door and play his game, because all the men in the house had gone to war, and then Helen comes inside Roger's room and gives him tea, and then after Helen gives tea, he leaves from there. Then Roger grabs him from behind and starts playing his game, and the next day Roger sees his elder sister Alyssa and then starts going after her, and there he sees Alyssa putting hay to the horses. And he goes to Alicia and grabs her from behind and starts chatting. At first Alicia refuses, but after a while he starts enjoying it, so both of them start chatting. Now Roger is having fun, because all the ladies of the house would come to Roger one by one and play their game. Sometimes Roger would pour 3 meds at once, and one day after chatting with Alicia, she tells Roger that she is pregnant. Hearing this, Roger bursts into tears, and then he sees that the war is over, and all the men in the house are about to return, and Roger is sitting in his room thinking the same. It happens that, how to get rid of them. Then Ursula comes there and tells Roger that she has become pregnant, and after a while, Roger's Aunt Margaret also comes and tells him that she has also become pregnant. Now Roger this. Soch feels that now something has to be done, otherwise all the people in the house will come to know about my scandal. Otherwise my mother will get my weapon cut in the middle of the road. First of all, Roger brings a red-colored nail polish and takes it to his sister Alicia and puts nail polish on her bed and tells her to break the bed and chat with Ronaldo tonight so that Ronaldo feels that the red color has come from you. And he gets this. Feeling that you are still a virgin, he then goes to his Aunt Margaret and asks her to marry Mr. Frank. Hearing this, Margaret also agrees to the marriage. After this, Roger goes to Ursula and asks her to marry him, proposes to Roger, but Ursula refuses to marry him because Ursula already liked a man, and that is why she refused Roger. Now all 3 women get married together, and no one knows this. It is not known what work Roger had done from behind. That same night, Roger once again goes to Helen and breaks the bed with her and chats with her, and after a few days, Helen tells that she too has become pregnant. Now Roger. The holidays were also over, and he was leaving home to go to his school, and before leaving, Roger told Helen that I will definitely arrange a leaf for you. On this, Helen told Roger that there was no reason for this. I don't need it. Almost all the men in the house have drank it. I will break this pot on anyone. Don't worry about it. Then Roger leaves for his school, and with this movie also ends here. Hey guys, this movie was what every French movie wants. This movie was released in 1986, and its rating on IMDb is 5.6. So guys, hope you like this story. If you are new to my channel, then like the video and subscribe to the channel for next updates.